How's that? Is that
That should be
working?
good. Yep. Yeah, that's same as usual.
Alrighty. Let's see. In the game. Okay. Pull up the notes. I have to disable YouTube chat. Finally updated the game this time. It doesn't say I'm streaming Marvel Rivals.
That's hopefully gonna help.
Yeah, 1% improvement right there.
One step each day, you know? That's it.
Yeah, except in this case, it took me multiple weeks.
Multiple weeks.
Gamers,
So,
man.
um, reflecting on the notes, your notes for last week were to stay mobile on defense,
That's correct.
the reaggressing. So the defense side, I think I smashed. I actually think I smashed that because every single bind game I played, I think it was 3 that I got across the week. Every bind game, it was like 9-3 in our favor or something crazy like that. Like we were smashing every defense. So maybe small, uh, small sample size, but
Yeah. How
like,
was the deep smokes as well?
um, in my opinion, it's hard to measure how impactful they are. So I don't really know, but I was just doing
Yes.
them, and maybe that could have correlated to a higher win rate.
Fair. And a bottom rate's good. Nice.
Yeah, I think I won every bind game.
15-9. Didn't really actually pop that many binds before. 18-8. This was the game we looked at, so
Yeah, that was the game. Oh,
yeah,
so there's only 2 games, damn.
we got two.
And I played a few as well.
I guess we're looking at this one today.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. Cipher. Cool. Okay. And then so defense good, attack was kind of like trading and post plants.
It was a lot of the same things that I've been doing, but we added in the additions of some off barrier fights that could help.
The belong stuff. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was mainly the trading. I was still leaving hanging pieces, so I'm hoping I'm hoping that we address that problem because yeah, the hanging pieces for some reason, I think I'm on week 3 now. I've never full focused something for 3 weeks and not been able to get it down. So maybe I'm taking the wrong approach to learning this skill, and that's maybe something we can discuss.
Sure. Okay. I will say that trading is something that I mean won't be perfect. If it was, Valorant would be a solved game, you know? So even in the pro level, you kind of have to like balance between making solo plays and team plays. But we'll definitely take a look and see if it's something that we should still prioritize. Other
Sounds good.
other than that, let's hop into it, man. Find a talk.
Reloading. Reloading.
Oh wait, maybe I should give a bit of reference. So, for chat and I guess for the YouTube video, we are going to be reviewing Clove Bind again, even though we reviewed it last week to kind of see if we're overcorrecting. Because typically, so far when we make changes, we go far into the other direction. We're trying to find that middle ground here. So we're gonna see if we need to make small tweaks or if we're in a good spot, just so we can kind of give the approval and move on to another map. So maybe as a recap for notes from last week, defense, we were trying to kind of be a bit more active on the defense in terms of rotates. We by employing like a scout mindset to be fast and are on our feet, using some deep smokes a bit more often, specifically the deep short smoke I think is pretty strong, and then reaggressing in the mid round after the execute is stalled, and then attack pretty simply focusing on trades. So trying to be in proper positioning, whether or not you're on the execute, so have good spacing with the duelist, or in the post plant, figuring out a teammate to try and trade with, and then of course some extra bonus bind stuff here, so like abusing the belong fight or shower fight, just being aware of the op money, and then potentially just doing side smokes to simplify the A hit, just more bind specific stuff, and then mini map awareness stuff here for keeping track of numbers and stuff like that. So yeah, let's keep going.
What's up, team?
You wanna grab that? You want a rocket?
Reloading.
Halocomp's always so strange to me. So let's see. Let's head up A. Okay. Okay, so here immediately, since we have no shower control, this would be the side smokes.
Yep.
Easy fix.
Yep.
Just if you look at showers, you see no showers, you always do the
At least 2 here, Clove res.
side smoke.
Is there an exception where I do these smokes? Because every time I do this and we don't have showers, I'm pretty conscious of it. But what I usually do is just comm for. I hope I do it here, but I'll comm to fight showers, and like we just slam the showers player. So
From site.
while they feel from site, is that ever a play just to make sure that we can still take that space?
Yeah, so it depends on your comp, really. So let's kind of worry about the threats first. Like, so if we were to go for this play here, something that can happen is that you get shower contact, and then this guy will push through, or he's already here and they have this crossfire, right? This is kind of worrying, this crossfire here. So you kind of want to avoid running into this crossfire, even if they're sitting in the smoke. You don't really want to run intentionally into a pinch. So if you did want to fight showers from sight, these smokes are kind of bad, but that's when you utilize util in the smokes. So pretend you have a deadlock, maybe walls mid sight or walls right side triple. And then if you're playing brimstone, you also might molly one of the smokes. In other words, if you can control the smokes for certain, then this strat where you pinch showers from sight actually might be viable. When brimstone used to be played on this map, and I used to review Xander on this map, he would throw his molly sometimes in one of these smokes during the execute for that reason. If you looked at any of Curry's deadlock VODs when he was one-tricking deadlock when she came out, was also something he was doing, throwing the wall here or right side triple to kind of deny that, and then they would pinch shower. So short answer is that's the time you would do something like that if you want the extra space and you're kind of having trouble taking shower just from the traditional choke. But typically with comps and ranked, especially if we're playing Clove, that's not something you'll be doing. Not only because you don't have the molly, but because the smokes last a bit shorter, and maybe the stem beacon speed boost that you used to have with Brim, you don't have that effect. So you're more likely going to be actually running into the shower pinch if you get delayed, and then you die to the heaven flare because the smoke will fade. So it's just pretty risky. You might even get into the situation when you clear out showers, get this kill, and come back, and now you actually can't reposition back on the site because your smoke fades. So that also kind of sucks.
That also makes sense.
Yeah.
And another thing as well is I just remembered I need to try and relearn my smoke on that triple box. The one that I do is that's flush.
Yeah, like this.
Isn't as good. I don't think it's as good as the
Kane's one.
Especially if that one there is like way better, way better. I reckon. I don't think you can see from barrel. That's the main thing. Is you can't jump on the barrel and see. I think.
That's
if
correct.
it blocks that, then let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Easy.
So I just need to like rewire my brain with that.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know that this was the better one until I saw Kane's do it. I was like, oh, that makes sense, doesn't it?
It just makes a lot more sense because you can actually hold it from short.
Yeah, when you see it, it's just like
Yeah.
It's just insane. But yeah.
Good
So we hit the A site, like I said, the smoke, so your teammate immediately recognizes that, which means we actually don't have our attention on U-Haul. So I'm a little bit scared of U-Haul right now.
Let's fight
Yo. Turn down this a little bit.
Let's flash showers.
So we do end up getting the kill. That guy is a complete idiot. This guy just pushed through his own teammates. Shower smoke.
No idea.
It looks like in hindsight, actually, we didn't have to worry about U-Haul because it was rocketed or something. So that's nice. It looks like that might be the enemy's rockets though.
Got the spike.
Yeah, we don't end up getting
Backside,
punished by the
backside.
shower pinch.
Okay,
It's quite nice.
backside.
You
Plant. Okay, pause. Right, because we're doing this post-plant exercise. Just out of curiosity, maybe you remember the VOD, but where should we position right now? Pop quiz.
We should now be looking at the Yoru's positioning and look for an opportunity to play off of him. So we could stay hugging the truck and get close to it and just walk to the right so that we can swing off of his contact CT. Or we could... I think that's the main one that I would go for, is just look for some kind of double swing with the Yoru.
Okay. Oddly enough, I actually think you're not wrong. That's one of the options, but that's not where my first instinct went. Like, my first instinct went, we just got bombed down. I'm trying to run at this U-Haul guy and take the U-Haul control. Especially because we just saw this guy shoot.
Backside.
Like right here, as we're planting, they're fighting. So I'm like, oh, they're fighting. I'm kind of close to the Tejo. Let me finish planting and then run over and kill that Tejo.
I mean, it makes sense because I just have the information that is there. I don't know anything about CT, and it doesn't make sense holding a double swing CT when there's someone running a muck U-haul.
Right. The other thing that you might consider here, so notice how your first instinct was to double swing U-haul off of yours contact. I think that's not bad, but I almost feel like maybe we just hold heaven instead of getting close to the box. You just like do this, and then when your fights, then you kind of pivot. Like then you kind of have his back. So just some alternatives, I
Yeah,
suppose.
I like that.
But let's see what we end up doing. So we reload. We actually didn't really update our spot. Like we took a little bit to get situated. You should ideally have that situated as you're planting. Let's see. We decided to stay the same spot. We get the trade. So it works out, right? We're getting the trade. That's good. We're getting the trade.
Good trade. Get flank.
One triple. Oh, we missed that.
Triple.
Yeah, it's hard to see that in the moment. Let's see. When would we see that? Kill, reload, look at mini map, see nothing.
Get flank.
Yeah, we get the kill here. I guess you just see the question mark in the moment. But easy.
Yeah.
Good round though. I mean, straightforward. I would say just change the short smokes. It ends up working out though because you raised double satchels onto the shower guy. But that could have been kind of bad, I think. If the raid stayed in shower and didn't overpeak, then use like the raid to nade a bit better. But yeah. Have to pick up Spike, report teammates. Actually, we're probably the best planner on our team. Wide swing be long. This wide swing be long you want to do with actual deady peaks. I mean, they're on eco this round, so it doesn't really matter. But in terms of habits, you want to swing the first angle like so. So first angle here, swing, stop, swing again for off angle, swing, stop for orb, and then for long. Unless you're just fucking insane at the game, and then you just wide swing and then you just immediately react and stop. Like some people can do that, but I can't. But if they don't have op money, you don't have to swing this first angle. You might actually just wide swing the entire time until you get to this angle, the common one. But I like to kind of do it in pieces here.
Yeah. Oh, well, it looks like you have a little bit of angle disadvantage. So I guess by my general rule of thumb, I technically should be pre-aiming that.
Yeah.
That's how I usually go for, is like, because if I'm tracing it with angle disadvantage, especially if they're just like hard holding the angle, it's just not as nice. Like they've got a little advantage on me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
One's in you.
Zasko cloned himself. That is true. Not wearing the same clothes though.
Down that way.
Close.
Bomb buddy out.
Smoke. Smoke. Drop. Good.
Two.
Pick left side. Also good. Two spotted on site. Swing out. Look at mini map. Yep. Look good. So now we should be pre-aiming deadlock here. Good. Deadlock dies. And we look at the Tejo. Okay, we didn't look at this guy.
Backside.
Where are the deadlock? I mean the Tejo. We see both here. There are two Teos in the mini map, but deadlock Teo.
I don't think I see him. I think it's like he popped up last second. I
Yeah.
might be looking away like as we unpause and then.
Two heads. Okay.
Backside.
Yeah, we missed the Clove here too, actually. So as soon as this guy dies, we didn't get the updated info on this Clove here.
Backside.
So we're just in crosshair mode. So when this guy, we look right side, but really we should be looking left side. This guy dies like, oh shit, my homie just died.
Bro.
And then we actually
Yeah.
don't look at minimap again. We're in on this guy.
120 close.
I'm just going off sounds.
And then that's why the preem's tough, right? That's why the preem is so tough.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
120 close.
One enemy remaining.
Pop heal.
Heal.
Can't use that.
Heal.
The team called me for this as well, but I was like so locked in.
Preem is good though. The peaks are good. Hook off hookup probably.
I-
He's gonna wrap long
I
soon.
beat him.
Yeah?
Maybe I don't.
No way. That guy should have wrapped long, dude. Feels good. Gets the kill, wraps long.
There was something in me. So the thing is, there's always a reason in my subconscious that I opted not to heal. And I wanted to watch this round back and try and figure out if there was anything, like for example, if I pop a heal, but I really feel like I'm threatened of like I
120
really feel like I could potentially die. Like
Like he could have
I'm
been jumped out
reloading.
right there.
yeah.
Heal.
I think I'm reloading here, so then I don't. And then after the reload's done, I think he could be
Heal.
out.
I can't use that.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't know. I have no idea. There's just something that like stopped me.
You're just locked in, bro. I mean, I can see your eyeballs.
Now look how locked in I am. Look how locked in I am.
Yeah,
That's
I
the only
mean,
reason.
you're locked in. You know, I can't hate it. Can't hate it. We missed just a few snippets of minimap awareness there, though. Let me recap on what we're supposed to be doing. So the A smokes, post plant, trade, spacing, be long shower fight. Okay. So here we do the A smokes again.
Dropping smokes.
Yeah. So again, just the other ones.
They're getting pre-fired now.
Oh shit. Yeah. What's
That was
that?
scuffed. They're
Pre-fired
getting
the smokes?
pre-fired now so that I can try and group with the Yoru.
Yeah, that's right. Our spacing is better here for sure. Personal bias in terms of routing.
Smokes. No.
If you have util that goes U-hole like this, that means they can't peek you. So there's not that much reason to go into this cubby to hide from the U-hole peek. Instead, I like to go in the box to peek heaven. I don't know if it's better, but that's just something that I like to do. Like, for example, if I'm playing Raze and I nade off U-hole, let me do the smokes. Then I'm playing Raze and I do the nade U-hole, I like to just jump on the box and peek this way. Then I'll kind of drop down. But is that
I've
better?
never routed like that. I always go to the left just so I can like try and deady peek all the sight angles, and then I usually clear close right, then U-haul, and then showers, and then close left U-haul. It's kind of my usual routing.
I mean, I don't think there's
got
anything
hard
wrong with
counters
this
there.
routing. I guess what I'd be worried about if you route left side, maybe instinctively, is just that it takes a little bit longer than it is to go from here, I guess. And dodge util. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it could also be based on team, because the thing is, everyone loves the box. Everyone jumps on the box.
Everyone
I'm
loves
like
the
the one
box.
person that doesn't jump on the box. So it's just like, if no one's jumping on the box, I should jump on the box for the sake of versatility in the push. But if everyone's trying to jump on the box for the sake of having someone peeking from far away while everyone's peeking close, then, you know, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Here, Yoru jumps on box and it kind of makes sense. Like, you can see there's a lot of versatility in where we're peeking from.
2 or 3.
That's kind of my theory, but
I think
You
it
guys
makes
wanna
sense.
go,
Yeah, one close.
This round's
Third
just
natural.
fucked.
still
It's
close.
So much
Close
damage.
right.
Close.
or-
Heaven.
Evan.
Third natural.
Guys,
Still
just
close.
go.
Close right.
Close.
Evan.
So did we know that the
Still
heaven guy
close.
was there?
Close right.
You looked up and then you looked back down.
I heard the bullets. Checked heaven, and then because it wasn't on the mini map for some
Close.
reason. When
Third
I don't even know
natural.
if I looked. Close. Close right. He's still not there. Still not there. I look away.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
as
there
I
like
look away, he pops
yeah,
up on the mini map.
last second because he killed the Yoru last second, I guess.
Third natural.
Still close. Close right. But I don't see him either.
Yeah. So I guess the question you need to ask yourself here is, do we really need to be going so fast here because we don't have the smokes?
Yeah, probably not, because I'm clearly rushing hard and just like scattered. I don't know. There's some kind of panic just from the whole situation.
Yeah, you
I
got
felt
TP
like I was out of the play.
reset. Yeah, you had to like catch up the tempo. So something that's very common for baiters to do. I'm just gonna call out Aspas here. He'll just sit and wait. He's just holding heaven, and then he punishes a swing, and then that's kind of like his cue to go. He great player, don't get me wrong, but the baiter allegations I think are actually kind of true. In a good way though, because like he is aware that heaven is a threat and he doesn't want to get punished while scaling. So he's not going to scale until he needs to, or he finds like an appropriate timing. In this case, it might actually make even more sense for you to slow down because you're 1 HP. You took so much damage early.
Yeah, of course.
But just a bit tough here. I'm not gonna hang up too much on it, but just something I wanted to point out.
Noise A, I'll try to get the util out. Contact us if you can.
Little A hit, sure. Oh, A fake. I'm down for A fix. The second VOD and the Kane's VOD, when they were faking A pressure, they both seem to always do the A mid-sight smoke, only like the one smoke. I don't know why, but I just figured I'd mention it since I've seen it in 2 VODs.
Yep.
Clove raise A.
Contact B, easy,
I have no plan.
little smoke.
You guys ready long? We're gonna break it. We're gonna
Yep.
explode out, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yoru, W
Smoke's
comms.
down.
Love that. Raze is throwing a lineup nade. This guy thinks he's playing against Cypher, bro. Is this guy?
Yeah, I have no idea.
They played off. One TP.
I'm disappointed as a race player. Okay, they TP'd. We should try to take elbow.
Three.
Destroyed. Go get 'em.
We fall back. It's not a bad play. I would force my
One
way
CT,
through
two
elbow there.
CT. 3 TP.
But clearing
2
this
CT.
actually isn't bad either.
One,
Yeah.
elbow. He's elbow.
It's either or. You either clear elbow or flank. Flank's probably safer. I mean, I don't mind it. I think it makes sense.
Smoking it.
Elbow. CT elbow.
Yeah, so here I actually wouldn't swing until someone gets info on elbow because they know that you're long. You might swing out here and die.
Whoa. This is the radiant wisdom.
Yeah. Okay. So let's back up. Let's back up. So our deadlock, their deadlock just killed 2,
3 TP.
right?
2 CT.
And Yo-Yo is making fantastic comms, by the way. Like he's calling everyone. This guy's like playing the game and calling at the same time. And so he called like couple TP, whatever. You killed flank. At this point, after you cleared flank, you clear this. You should look at minimap. But you actually didn't look at minimap as you're running back here. You just dialed in. You're looking at your abilities, bro. I saw you just look down now. Like we actually have no info on where they
I
are.
comment as well. Yeah, I'm like smoking 8.
yeah, smoking 8. Yeah, I see your mic coming up. This is tough, right? Because I know you're working on minimap awareness. I watched your video. It's just something like maybe it's just something that I want to bring back up again because it's important, and you know you can see that we are missing info. So yeah, I mean, simply put, if we gather the info that the deadlock was elbow.
Smoking 8. I definitely knew that. I definitely knew that.
Okay, so then you have to kind of figure out, is it advantageous for you to run through here? Like realistically, probably not, because this guy's dialed in on you. Maybe this is just my beta tendency coming out again, but like I just know that the bomb is planted for me, and I also know that I have 2 teammates on site that I could potentially get a timing off of, and I also know that he knows that I'm long, so I'm sprinting up long, and I just got a kill there. So I kind of just know he's
sit in
staring
the
at me.
smoke, waiting for minimap contact. Peek off that.
Yeah, easy
Elbow, CT
peasy.
elbow. CT
It makes a
elbow.
lot more sense.
Oh, elbow. Ow.
Yeah, he might ace.
Last out elbow.
Oh no, he went back
Follow,
back
follow.
in. He could have aced.
Smoking.
The deadlock wasn't baiting. He could have aced.
Last player standing.
Oh,
Holy.
on the time, right? I mean, you did ace. Did we lose,
Ace.
bro?
I take accountability for that one.
That's how'd that even happen though? How we played that well? Like our teammates, like in the 1v2, like didn't overswing, and then they decided to
Yeah, I know.
overswing. Damn, good round by the deadlock, right? Like kudos to him. He isolated all the ones well. Yeah,
A thing that I'm realizing is I think the solo play that I went for was partially due to my lack of. It ties back to what you're saying. I knew she was elbow, but I didn't know where in elbow she was, and I thought that she was deeper elbow and that I could get out and hold the angle for my teammates to pick off me. I'm pretty sure that's the thought process. It wasn't
see.
swing into the elbow player
yeah.
and dry swing like that because
You
I
wanted
never
to
really
get
do
this line
that.
here.
But I wanted to get out really quick so that I could hold the walkout and then the team could fight off me. But obviously it comes with minimap awareness because I didn't read the situation. I didn't read how close she was. I'm pretty sure we see her like peeking elbow. She very easily could have been out when I peeked. Like that made perfect sense if I had the info.
Yeah. You know, also, like, I wonder if the instant reaction for us to try and be contact is overriding our trading tendency. Because, like, you might have heard Hooch talk about this, but, like, if you could be the player holding contact, let's say you're here, versus the player trading, you kind of just always want to put yourself in the person to be trading. Because, like, then you're
It's
putting the
interesting.
responsibility in your hands and not your teammates to trade. So,
Yeah, I
um,
like that.
yeah, typically you just want to be the baiter to trade, I guess. Good heuristic to follow. But yeah.
Reloading.
Doesn't get too
Reloading.
I'm gonna ult him. I'm going fast. You have the deadlock ult.
Reloading.
Deadlock's in place.
Use the belong swing.
Elbow.
It's way easier to just take belong when you do that. So nice. Yoru hopefully gets that kill. Nice. W Yoru. Take elbow.
Raise.
Spike down. B.
Okay. I mean, contesting the spawn flood also made sense in this context because it looks like they're flooding. But
Raise.
it looks like to me that we just had the site. So I guess this nade kind of a bit scarier. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Also seeing the same tendency of looking to play first contact as well.
yeah,
That's
by
another
going to
thing.
back site.
Raise.
Yeah. Somehow our homie just died. Did he get stunned? Like how the
Raise.
he He didn't know there was a nade happening. I guess the Tejo rocket plus the
Raise,
nade
raise,
popped
raise,
him.
raise, raise, raise.
He had like full HP.
Oh yeah.
Spike
Yeah,
down
Teo.
That's tough. That's tough.
Oh, and DK. I think he
Yeah.
got decayed somehow.
Fuck.
Carol,
That's
Carol.
fried. Poor guy.
Oh, you're gonna die. Yeah. Angle disadvantage on the right side there.
Can't you?
You definitely have a tendency to try to just hold the angle instead of swing. Cause like here, wait here, sorry, here. Like I don't give a fuck about holding this angle. Are you kidding me? I'm AFK in the corner,
Yeah.
waiting until they run out, and then I'm peeking late off of timing, or they run into my crosshair. Like here,
It's just an ugly position.
you have a good angle if this guy was he was the only one alive because he swings back, you insta kill him, you have cover to play with. But the problem is the player on the right here we're just not accounting for, and that's why we get dinked in a second.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a huge kill though. Times with the rocket. Quick mini map. Yeah, you know he's left side, smoking 2. Okay, contact for the homie. He doesn't get the trade because the Reyna's holding for him.
Last player standing.
And we lose this or
One
we win
enemy
this.
remaining. One enemy
Oh.
remaining.
And we're just better, no? You can see how we're getting bailed out though with our aim, I guess.
Yeah.
Last player
I feel like my aim's getting
standing.
worse.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, it looks pretty fucking good to me.
Remaining.
Nice.
Oh my.
I tell you, I don't get those kills there. Yeah, I mean, the main thing to look at is positioning, bro. Like,
Definitely positioning.
just
Definitely.
quick, like, decision making, like, in the moment. It's like you have to think about it as, like, a, what's it called? A fork in the road? Like, you get to a point and it's like, do we do decision, like, path A or path B? And then somehow you just create a new path and we're on path C.
The path. What's the first fork in the road?
First fork in
In
the
this
road
round.
was going to elbow here. As soon as you get sight, right? Boom. Sight player dead. To me, the priority is just elbow. Like if I get elbow, I just win the round.
What
Maybe
makes you choose that over the site not being clear? So my thought process here is the elbow player is dead. Yoru's chilling.
yeah.
It would probably take me a while to catch up to Yoru anyways, but the site's still not clear and our raise isn't in the act of clearing it as we speak.
Yeah.
If I leave the team, we could be at risk of there being someone in tube backside or the CT flood no one's going to be there for. And we are kind of pretty late right now. Like as in the site hit, especially where Raze is, would be extremely late if I disengaged, let Raze clear backside without nade. Like the rotators are in spawn right now. If they were fast rotating, they're in the smoke. That's kind of my thought.
Yeah. I think you're right, actually. I think there is a threat of flood. If you go back a little bit more,
Relative
you'll
placement.
see that Arteo uses rockets on tube, and that was the player running out of hookah.
Yep.
So to me, it kind of feels like, so yeah, you see the rockets. So cubby, tube clear. So when I see these 2 rockets, my immediate assumption is that the only way they get onto site is from spawn flood. Like realistically, who's playing on site, backside from these 2 rockets and who's playing in this cubby? So I'm kind of just assuming based on Yoru not seeing anyone else and these 2 rockets, that site is clear. Is that the correct assumption in the moment? It happens to be. But that's the kind of read I'm making here. And as soon as we get the 2 kills and I don't hear any other util, then I'm like, maybe I can just go elbow here because I'm so close to it. That's kind of what I'm like. I'm really trying to agree to get to elbow because it feels like a strong power position.
In
Obviously-
that case, I'd like to ask you then, what do you see valuable about elbow, and what would you go for? What plays would you go for? What opportunities arise by
When you
taking
go
elbow?
Yeah, so let's put up the smokes here. The main reason why you go elbow, if you have the spawn smoke, is to hold the smoke. Because if you hold the smoke, they all have to flood out spawn, and you have 3 hookah players. So hopefully they can all hold spawn. And then you just hold this, and then yeah, that's the thing. Like they only can come out from 1 choke, which means it's very fucking difficult for them to actually flood out, right? So like let's say they all actually end up flooding out spawn, like fucking lunatics, and like 3-4 of them kind of come out. I would wager our 3 players hookah actually have a better chance of killing them than they do, because like they're coming out of 1 narrow choke point. Of course, that is positional, right? Like it means that your teammates have to be able to hold the smoke. But the benefit of going hookah instead of going 5B long is that you get the sightline on the spawn smoke quickly. But okay, so that would be my initial thought process on this fork. The thing is, though, that decision making might immediately change when I see this nade. Right? Okay, so I'm thinking, I'm gonna go elbow, I'm gonna go elbow, I'm gonna go elbow. Oh shit, that's flood util. Okay, now I'm thinking, well, shit. Can I deny the flood? Maybe I decay spawn smoke. Maybe I wait for the nade to kind of run out and then go top site, because it does feel like they're flooding. Or maybe I'm just like, well, I'm kind of gonna miss the timing anyways to get to top site angle if these nade, like these little pellets are kind of, you know, I have to wait for that and they're delaying, then maybe I just run into elbow anyways and kind of just hope. At this point, I feel like there's not a great play, but that's where the fork in the road is like I'm thinking elbow, elbow, elbow until they've kind of shown that they're going for the flood in this particular instance.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we
Okay.
get delayed, and then all of this shit happens. Then I see deadlock wall and minimap. I'm like, yeah, maybe we're good. I'll check backside really quickly, see if anyone ran out. Boom. Okay, see nothing. And then at this point, I'm like, oh, okay. Elbow is clear. Let me just run all the way back around to elbow because I know it was clear, right? The deadlock wall was there. My teammate was just there. They're not spawn flooding. Let me just shoot a few bullets in the smoke, run back to elbow. Like in this entire time, I'm just thinking elbow, 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 elbow. Because if you have elbow, they can only come out of spawn. And that's fucking amazing in the B post plan. Like let's say like you only made it back to elbow here. And now you at least have elbow, like at some fashion. Like ideally you'd probably get into the deeper angle here. I feel like this angle always converts. But even this angle here is not too bad. So, and then you kind of just hold this and then maybe you can start trying to work your way up. And then, yeah, just kind of go from there. I feel like just having elbow and just letting your teammates like mainly focus on spawn is just such a good opportunity.
Yeah, I like that. And then the second you can get your second smoke up, do it the deeper one, and
Yeah,
you
the
can
deeper
all
one.
hold the smoke from the same place at the same time. That is like checkmate.
Yeah, that's right. So the problem with all of this thought process is that it goes against one of our notes. Post plan, trying to figure out which teammate you want to play with to trade, right? Why does this go against that note, but it's still worth it? Well, it kind of goes along with this second note, which is why there's so much nuance in this game. But keeping track of any positions and numbers. Obviously, if you get the deep line elbow, even if you do it solo, it still might be better. So that's the tough part here. I don't want to overcomplicate it.
I can see it. You know what? I can see it because I can use the comparison between split. If we are playing split, either attack or defense, and it's a 2v2, but I have the option between playing my teammate and holding ramps control, I choose ramps control every time because that's the win condition. And even if it's solo, it's still the win condition. It doesn't matter. If I wrap ramps and I'm in a 1v2 heaven, I can still win that if it's planning for heaven. If I'm, that sort of thing. So, and that's like a once off, like as in, yeah, retaking, there's 2 alive, I go ramps.
Yeah.
Actually, most times I'm not gonna lie, I go elbow, but I should go ramps. So I
Right.
see the point.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. The other fork was, okay, we decided to go spawn here. As soon as we break this alarm bot here, and then we repositioned here, this would be where we would tuck. So this is the other decision. Instead of fighting, I would just tuck. Now that I'm kind of in the spot.
And look at minimap and then peek off the teammate.
Yeah, pretty much. I personally just don't like these spawn fights, so maybe that's why I'm like avoidant. But like if I'm here, I feel very comfortable, and then I can kind of just swing off a timing or swing off a minimap contact. Maybe it buys me time to actually get my third smoke off if that does happen. But yeah, I just don't really like to be in this area. I much prefer to be in this area, in which case I'm just vibing. But yeah, I just don't like this angle, I guess.
That
This
makes
one
sense.
here. And then from here, so you get the kill, you pop heal. You might consider just insta-decaying if you thought that the rocket pushed that guy back far enough. But whatever, look at minimap, breaks alarm bot. Then right here, you decide to back up a little bit more on the angle. I think that's fine. Get traded, or we get killed. We pop ult here, and then at this point you just win the 1v2. So
Enemy remaining.
it's a bit scary. Your teammate also did a terrible plant because we didn't have elbow control, I guess. Maybe the Teo rockets were blocking it. But, and I guess hindsight says that since this guy planted in tube, us going for the elbow wrap might have been terrible. But
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
yeah, that's interesting. Swing shower, I'm down.
Paper is nude.
Same thing as the B long thing. I would just want you to deady peek the first angle, which would be here, so around the orb, and then deady peek the common angle here. So if that guy had an op, we'd probably die. Or if he's done enough Kovacs angle holding that you do, then we also probably die. But just
This one here, I slightly. This is the first time I slightly disagree because the second I'm holding the archway, if you ping the archway from the back wall, so we're there. What's that in distance?
24.
24 meters, and then I'm pretty sure the other side is like that would be 10 meters
16, yeah.
or 16. So you got an extra 10 meters on them. I do think there's a huge advantage to actually tracing that because there's just so much angle advantage, and I kind of live by that when it comes to taking those fights. The B long one, 100% a deady peak angle, I agree. But this one here, that first swing, I would say that it doesn't make as much sense to deady peak that. I would say that in this case, because I trace, I'm staying mobile for as long as I need to be, and you just avoid like any potential timings and whatnot. And also, like you avoid getting swung while you're setting up the deady peak and pre-aiming through the wall and that stuff. I'm not sure. What are your thoughts on that? Because I would review this in a mechanical VOD review where I'm questioning my pre-aims versus tracing, and I would say, yeah, cool, I should trace that. And if I was to deady peak that, I would say, why am I deady peaking that? Like, there's no reason to.
Okay, so there's a distinction that we need to make first. You can 100% deady peek with your crosshair tracing. Okay? Like, notice how I can peek the corner here with my crosshair never in the
Yep.
wall. Okay, so that's one. With that distinction made, then we have to then understand, is a peek better if we're preemptively stopping on the angle, or are we stopping when we see them? And the answer should be preemptive, because you'll be able to shoot quicker because you're already anticipating the fight. Okay, so that's kind of where I would think the deady peek on the common angle in this case is better. The other thing I would say,
sense.
Go ahead.
The reason I brought that up is because when you were saying deady peak, I was imagining you like full stopping, putting your crosshair in the wall, and then like pre-aiming, and you know what I mean, not like a tracing deady peak almost. Like this makes sense. I see Premier do this.
Yeah,
But I just haven't registered it. What I was just imagining was, when I thought of deady peak, I was thinking of like pre-aiming an angle. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. And if I was doing that, I would critique myself and say that's not good.
Yeah. So maybe that is a different term we should come up with. Like, what is the difference between this versus this? Like, what's the different term? I guess, like, when I think of deady peak, I think of picking an angle, stopping, and then walking out, and then stopping on that angle, and then being ready to shoot. I don't necessarily think about the whole pre-aiming aspect. Like, sure, that is kind of what you could do in this case.
This could be like a deady trace.
Yeah. Yeah.
A deady trace versus deady pre-aim.
Like, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I guess the short would be, do you agree that you can still deady peek this first angle here and stop instead of just wide swinging?
Yes, 100%. I'm going to actually start doing that.
Okay. Easy. Join up short. Guess we don't look minimap, but we did catch 2 here. So in this case here, I think we actually might have talked about this last bind, but you don't want to continue scaling showers in like until you drop your smokes probably. So maybe you hit here, hide here, drop your smokes, or hide here, drop your smokes. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then you'd be able to get your smokes up and check minimap info here. So yeah, we actually didn't check minimap info the entire time here, which means that these guys are executing with area smokes. And then now it's late. Someone's gonna die. Oh, okay. Thankfully no one died.
Bucky you hold, Bucky you hold.
Yeah, thankfully no one died there, but yeah, you can see that, right? Punish that guy. That guy's an idiot. Nice, punish that guy. Also an idiot.
Backside,
And
backside.
then yeah, we should just win this.
100, 100, 100.
One enemy
Nice.
remaining.
Yo,
This guy was
yo.
U-Haul, yeah.
Bucky. Yo, deadlock's one.
Okay, so if we're looking for trades, how would you play this?
I would be in the baiting position, the us pass baiting position. That wall that we see in front of us, just on the corner, preaming into the wall towards U-Haul slash.
Like front side.
I can't. Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Technically, I could go truck maybe if I really want to get both sides. But I mean, we can kind of right off the tail as he's solo fighting, and then have myself positioned with the deadlock. The deadlock's holding the left side U-Haul peak, and then if the Teo dies, I can then swap it up, fall back a tiny bit, and then still peek off my deadlock.
Yeah, easy
No play
peasy.
time.
Yeah, just hard.
Could've gone a rifle.
Probably one-way U-Haul as well.
I've got first contact for you guys.
I got rockets, just hard.
Yeah,
thanks,
you can pick
mine
up me.
Front truck.
Perfect.
I want these.
Yeah,
Nice.
easy peasy. I see the discipline. Micro details on how to play that is important, but also not important in a 1v3, so we won't complicate it. Raise rocket down short. Yeah, that's probably, yeah, there it is. Speed up B for sure.
I'm not good.
Hookah, you guys just jumped out of hookah, so we saw two there. Probably have this timing. Ideally, you catch the deadlock here and you win the round. Yeah, this guy
I'm
might
dropping
be
smokes.
next to you, unless you heard him elbow.
Get under hookah, get under hookah.
I guess he ran. He ran elbow? They had a double hookah setup? And he just ran elbow?
The deadlock.
Is that real?
Elbow, shoot an elbow.
What? Bro, if
Yeah,
I
that's
was
strange.
if I was the Teo, I would be furious.
Oh yeah.
One
Okay.
TP drop.
So here, swing off the raise. Oh yeah, you take that timing. Okay, you take elbow here.
Raise CT,
Yeah,
raise
yeah,
CT.
take
He's
elbow.
deep CT.
Yeah, yeah. Follow the raise. Good, good.
The 2 CT, they're up. He peeked out, he's out, he's out.
Last player
Yeah,
standing.
that's fine. Okay, so I was actually gonna point this out on the A post plant here, but it's actually kind of better that it happened here. So when you're talking about the trade on the Reyna, you say go close to the wall and swing here. Very committal trade. We did the exact same thing elbow, that same thought process where we go close to the wall and trade. Okay, so let's kind of break that concept really quickly. You don't have to be close to the wall to wide swing if your teammate gets contact, right? So let's pretend like your teammate has contact here and you're in tube. So you have to wide swing as soon as this guy sees him to go for the trade.
This situation is slightly different. Would you be able to use an example where we're both peeking from the same angle? 'Cause that is what I've got built into me. There's a video from a long time ago that I watched about. I wish I
Someone
could find
swings
it. I think it was
close, someone swings far. Yeah.
Yeah, and I need to basically, I always do it. The second my teammate's far peeking, I get close and wide swing. I basically have in my mind that when there's two people peeking, one should wide, one should close. That's the rule that I have in my mind. So if Ray's in this situation is hugging the back wall, I don't want to body block him, so I just go wide there. And I agree that ideally, like, it is committal, but it's kind of just the best way for me to play off the Rays, in my opinion. Because if I'm going to go close, I just want to go wide anyways.
Oh man.
It's very nuancy, very nuancey.
Yeah. There's a difference, I think, if he's already fighting versus swinging at the same time. Because the reason why, let's say we 3-2-1, then you go wide, and then this guy goes back wall, and then now you're pass, right? He's here, you're here. Now you don't line up. But if this guy's already fighting, you're literally swinging in front of his body, right? Just imagine this really quick. I'm here, and then this guy's just running past me to fight this guy. You see how like unnatural that feels? You're just watching your homie swing past as you're already fighting. So
The alternative.
the alternative isn't great, but I would say if he's fighting, you just pre-aim and you go for the fight. Like at this point, I'm prioritizing.
Making sure it's a crouch peek. At least if I'm going to be in front of him, at least crouch peek, get the high-low going.
Let's take a step back. The reason why you're in a 3-2-1, you wide swing. Number one is because you might not have info for a proper Deddy peek, and number two, you don't want the lineup. But if your Raze is already fighting, we have info on this guy for a perfect pre-aim. In which case,
that makes sense.
I just go for the perfect pre-aim and kill this guy. Like, if I line up and this guy just fucking double taps me, I guess that's what happens. But I'll be honest, like, I think that's just the better play here. You have the info from your raise, so
I
you just go
agree.
for the perfect pre-aim.
I agree because I can break down my thought process of why I wide swing in the first place. And the reason I wide swing is reason A is I wide swing if I'm re-peeking an angle that I peeked from far away. So I want to break their crosshair placement. That's reason number one, which doesn't apply in this case because I'm not re-peeking. Reason number two is that I don't know exactly where they are and I don't have a perfect pre-aim. So I'm going wide and then I'm giving myself time while moving to like set up my crosshair, which doesn't apply here because once again, I have information on where the Reyna is and I can just set up a perfect pre-aim. And then reason number three would be, no, there's no reason that those two alone, they're the backbone of why and when I wide swing. So it doesn't actually make sense for me to wide swing here at all.
But I see why you would go for that thought process.
Yeah, it's very instinctive. If I'm close to the wall, I go wide.
Yeah. Again, nuance in this game, huh? It's actually funny though.
I actually understand. I just need to break down why I'm wide swing a little bit more. And I need to understand that it's not just an autopilot thing. Close to the wall doesn't equal wide swing. Because once again, I do see Primi a lot of the time. It's always in a very good situation like this. But he'd be close to the wall and he doesn't wide swing. The third reason was angle disadvantage as well. If I'm close to the wall, I have to be very cautious of angle disadvantage. So that's just the only thing I have to worry about. Is like, angle disadvantage.
The irony
But
here
yeah,
is that
I see
your raise actually
2CT,
falls
bro.
back. So he doesn't die, but
He
we
peeked
die.
out, peeked out, he's out, he's
He
out.
knows how he got the kill and ran away.
He's out.
Yeah, I know.
That's the irony.
120 Reyna healed.
That sucks though. Oh, this guy, yeah, we can't win this. Oh, he's a Bucky. That's winnable.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, nice.
Well played.
Nice, what the?
Yeah, that's tough. We went to go play with the Rays, but we actually got baited. But so far, I mean, there's not anything major that has alarms off going in my head, aside from the wide swing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, will you go back here?
Yeah, that's fine. Back there. Do the sight smokes? Damn. Okay. Guy also didn't rotate. What a king.
I'm naded, we can't swing out.
Spike down.
Clove detail. If you pop your heal and then take damage, it cancels
I'm naded, we
completely.
can't swing out.
So you got that heal, and then notice you see how your shield goes up to 9, and then the raised pellets pop, and then now it's completely canceled. So this is true for Reyna too. If you're in the middle of healing and you take damage, your heal will no longer go up. So yeah, just pause a
You just
bit more.
Yeah, especially in a raise nade.
Yeah, or like a molly or something.
There's one backside.
If you're in thorns, like don't pop a heal in thorns
Rookie,
Last
bro.
player standing.
unless you're gonna crouch and not move. Above you.
One
Oh,
enemy
nice.
remaining.
That's a B player for sure.
Started B, could be anywhere.
Spawner flank, full clear flank here. If you don't see him flank, then you can leave and go back to B. Sure. Quick spawn.
No peek.
Can be stun when you jump out. Yeah. Plant. Do a right side to see if he's walked out.
Spike planted.
He didn't walk out. Oh, he walked out. Dude, I just know,
Dude.
bro.
You're too onto it, man. You're too onto it. This is crazy. Okay, jiggle right side.
Yeah.
How do I like download your? How do I download your brain into my subconscious? How do you just know to jiggle right side there? That's crazy.
You have to think about the timing that he's rotating, right? So you cleared spawn, so he's here somewhere, which means he matches your rotate on this TP. Like just look at these lines really quickly. They're relatively equivalent. So if you make it out of the smoke, then you've slightly beaten him in timing, but he is almost guaranteed in the smoke. Okay.
Yeah.
So then what is he gonna do when the bomb is finished planting? He's gonna walk out.
He's
the
gonna
angle.
push. Yeah, of course. That's what I would do every time.
Exactly. So that's kind of like you need to get inside this guy's brain. He also might take the timing when you get stunned, so you might be a little bit careful off of the stun. Honestly, I might just tap and then pull my gun back out to see if he's walking out on the tap. Maybe like in this scenario, personally, I probably would have been aware of the stun when I was jumping out, because I mean I did call it. So like you might like jump in a way that you avoid the stun, but whatever. Let's say we get stunned, we tap, and then at that point I might tuck back in to like wait for him to walk out and then re-clear that. and then I would check my smoke in to see if he walked out, and then I would commit to plant. At that point, you might
Okay.
consider elbows a threat.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, you just
That's
have to
crazy.
make
Okay, cool.
sure that you know his rotate timing in comparison to yours.
Yep.
And then, of course, jumping up here to fight backside, you lose timing. So I like to swing this first and then kind of come back up. That's kind of like a preference thing.
I mean, it makes sense, and we can see that the timing would have been perfect if you went for it. You would have gotten the kill.
Yeah. Felt the right side push too. Nice. That's just radiant intuition. Oh, we win this? You have to shift walk in your ult. Otherwise, they're just gonna knife out. Oh, it's tough. You might have not reached them anyways, but
Try.
yeah, NT. It was a good try regardless. Also, Felix says NT. My cat just jumped up.
Felix,
Buddy.
thank you, Felix.
He just wants attention. He just wants dinner. His dinner's in 30 minutes. So shower peek. Like I said, did he peek this?
The looks on B, he will.
Hard to win because Deadlock had ult too. I didn't even catch that. Okay, so at this point, your Deadlock has the angle. I'm probably just knife up the entire time. It's very small detail, by the way. But
I think I blew out my knife.
yeah, there you go. Like, I mean, like right here.
Yeah.
Or if they had like flashes, I would just turn the other way.
Yeah, okay.
You do knife out though. You're always faking B. Oh, nice. You probably actually didn't even have to smoke A. Someone made noise. But...
Throwing net.
Wait. Oh, you just died. You might do deep smokes here just because there was a B fake, so you could take backside space.
On my mark. Plant the spike.
I also might take this triple smoke here as well, just because our homie just died. But realistically, their positions, my guess would be potentially U-Haul, rotating from B, and then maybe like a Heaven player. So I might go on this back side of the smoke here and then try to get on the steep line. Take the risk. Is it a good play? I mean, probably not. But yeah, you had the idea too that there's no one close right. So
You hold?
yeah, ready for the trade. Your Deadlock's just on as everyone. Heaven and spawn. Yeah.
Deep CT, deep CT. You're being.
There's just so much going on. We need to set a clear objective. So your clear objective here is to do what?
Swing off the Heaven pick. So I'm looking into the wall, looking at minimap, spotted, swing.
Okay,
that
so
was objective number 1.
Okay, so now what?
There's still another player, so I'm still set up for that swing again because we killed Reyna but not
You
Deadlock.
hold?
Okay, and then we pivot here.
Then I get distracted, shiny object,
Okay.
3 down.
and then now I'm swinging.
Heaven backside.
Okay, and then now what? We know there's one Heaven, there's one spawn. So why don't we go back to triple? Why don't we go U-Haul here?
Because that was my original intention. I'm like, oh wait, hang on, I just shiny object. I'm going back.
Yeah,
to
so there's a guy
my
Heaven.
original position.
So now we're going back to plan A, which is swing off of Heaven
So
contact.
now I'm swinging up with head and contact, but then the other shiny object is the Deadlock ult that swings past me, and I have to shoot it. So then I'm shooting it while exposed to the Heaven player that I know is Heaven.
Oh man. Okay.
Maybe I need blinders. You know how horses have blinders, like when they're running on a track, so they don't get distracted.
I have no idea, but sure.
They have little flaps on the side of their eyes that like hone their vision in. I reckon we gotta get that going.
That's actually hilarious. Like, I don't even know if there's a way you can kind of cultivate what we just saw happen though.
It was just that hectic. It was just
Yeah.
that crazy.
Is
I
there?
do think that it's my I keep chasing the next thing though. That's kind of what I see, is that there's no reason for me to swap it up that hard that fast. Like it's like my intuition just latches onto the next thing, the next opportunity. But I'd already set up a good play. I'd already had and realistically, if I stuck to what I was doing and I stayed patient and I just played out my play knowing that I was still in a safe position to do so, like that the CT player wasn't exactly a threat because they're behind a wall, then I could have just peeked before the Deadlock got the kill and it would have been a way different round. I would have gotten a trade, it would have been way better, but I just keep going to the next thing and the next thing, and I kind of lose sight of
Like the big picture, I guess.
the big picture, the setup. Yeah, it's just like it grabs my attention basically.
You know, in like a team environment, it's very hard to play off of a teammate that's kind of doing what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? Like, a part of me like disagrees with some of the concept here. Like, I kind of like that we're looking for the next thing because you're taking in info and making decisions. I think though, like the metric on whether or not it's a quality decision or not is getting kind of thrown out the window because there's so much chaos going on. So let's kind of like actually revisit this in slow mo here. Okay. Okay. So our original play is swing off heaven. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. Then now we're going for the next play. Okay. This guy swings out and then we try to go for that trade. Okay. Cool. I think that was still good. Like you're still trying to play for trades. Like to me, that's good. And then as soon as we spot this guy here and we get low, the only thing that's going off in my head now is like, how can I stay alive? So like immediately my first thought process is I'm not swinging back into this backside angle. I'm going towards U-hole to just go turtle somewhere. So like I'm no longer in trade mode. I'm now in self-preservation mode. In which case,
Heaven backside.
having trade or reswinging Tejo is like not even an option. Now I'm looking for like an off angle.
Interesting. So you do that every time you get low and you're really low in a post plant, you're now prioritizing your life instead of just fighting it out.
Yes, unless you have like a very clear trade. Because think about it. If you're low, you want them to work for the kill. You don't want to just give it to them. Because like if you're at the deadlock right now and this guy just swung on 10 HP, you're like, oh, nice, thank you. You know, like now I have an in into the round. You don't want to give them an in into the round if you're low HP. So I guess that's part of it.
A little nuance is that my brain kind of thinks, my brain playing Clove is trained to think I'm low, but doesn't matter because one headshot and I can be back to full HP.
Yes. So that gunfight that you have to take has to be quality. It can't be swing into angle. It has to be off angle. It has to be timing, or it has to be like it has to be a more of a creative fight in order to get back into the action.
Okay. I like that. That makes sense. Yeah, it's just a simple rule. When you're low, the fights you have to just increase the quality of fights. To be honest, I kind of want to increase the quality of fights regardless. Like have more quality fights. I think there's a lot of low quality fights.
You're on the right track though. You're on the right track of having good quality fights on swing off of heaven. I guess you could argue if you.
I think the Teo is low quality.
The Teo potentially, yeah. But you could argue, by the way, instead of like going for the setup where you like staring in the mini out, swing off, you could just all hold heaven together, by the way. Whoops.
Well, I haven't considered that. I just sort of...
Because you don't do double holds, right? Like up downs, double holds.
Never.
That's very common in higher level play. You'll like, they'll just simplify the whole round, like double hold, and then someone will like crouch and someone would stand up. Or, you know, double hold. Like oftentimes a lot of 1v2s in the pro level play is just won by double holding instead of peek off of contact situations. That can bite you in the ass if you're playing against a fucking goat with pre-fires, which let's actually show one.
That's kind of what I anticipate. Like if we're double holding, they're just gonna isolate the angles one by one, and
if
then we're gonna die.
If they're the goats, yeah. But oftentimes people overswing, so we'll see where the double hold doesn't work because Jonah P is fucking insane. Have you seen this clip? Someone's seen this clip. Someone
I haven't.
Okay, this is probably one of the greatest 1v4s. Because I believe it's to win the match. Yeah, to win the 1v4 here. You'll see specifically on the 1v2 elbow where the double hold doesn't work. Boo's trolling here. Let's just go ahead and throw that out there. That guy's terrible. Nah, Boo's great.
That guy's terrible.
Boo's great. But...
Jonah P in a 1v3.
Benji through here. Then right here you'll see this double hold. So they double walk out, double hold, right? Someone called double hold. You can see they stopped moving forward. See? Someone crouched. This is the only time double hold fails. If you have really good pre-fire jiggles.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so this isn't even what I was thinking. Double hold up like a high-low is good. There are some times where I call it. I don't call it that often because sometimes I just don't trust the teammates to comprehend and figure it out in the moment, like really quick. There are times though, if I really trust the team, where I do throw that call out there because I love those and they're like a guaranteed win.
Yeah.
The situation I was saying that I don't really do is like look where my raise is, and then if I was holding the angle from triple, I would say that's terrible because the deadlock should be far back against the wall, pre-aiming left side where benches, and then not exposing themselves to me. Raze should die to one bullet, and then she should clear the next angle. Like I would say, if they swing like that, that's troll. So I would say they need to get right back.
So you got to
And
think
then,
about it though. Like, who in their game is going all the way on the back wall to slice bench like this?
Primi.
No, disagree.
You don't reckon?
No, not in this situation. Time's against him, right? He's gonna probably like take this first fight like this, and then he's gonna
Like
get
that. Yeah, like even that though, that is still not all the way against the back wall, but see how he doesn't peek enough to expose himself to the other side.
That's
what I
true.
mean. Like,
That's
as in,
true.
like that is the main concept, is that Primi 100% peeks this. He doesn't insta like wide swing 5 angles without
Okay.
good reason for it. He peeks it from probably where you are now, a little bit further back, but enough to make sure he's not peeking showers. Right now, you're a little bit like, I know you're shoulder peeking the showers angle, 100% there, but the idea is not peeking showers, not peeking bench, and a good player would, that peek there. He kills Raze. He goes to the next angle. He kills the showers player, and then he kills the bench player, and then he kills the next person. And that's what I'm kind of scared of, and that's why I like when I'm playing off contact and a teammate's holding something, I like to be unpeaked. And the second they take the fight, I like to peak. And that's the mindset that I've got surrounding the holds. Like the high-low though, completely different story, because that's just like crazy. You just can't beat the high-low unless you're drone a P. But holding from 2 separate positions and 2 separate angles, I'm very mindful of that.
Yeah, I guess the way I view an angle is more of like a not one specific angle. I view it like, because let's say like your Raze was like here holding heaven, and then you're also here holding heaven. I would probably just double hold that, because chances are they kind of overswing slightly. Like Raze here,
Yeah, that's
you're
good.
here.
That's good.
Yeah, I do agree
That's
though.
like
If your
basically
Raze
a
is
high-low.
here
I'd be crouched.
and you're here, like that's not good. If your Raze is here and you're here, that doesn't make sense. Like you would have to scoot over a little.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I do
And
agree
there,
with that.
I peek off the raise. I swing off the raise contact, and I also definitely would wide swing that, because a normal swing wouldn't work, because, well, we know that they're isolating their fights in this
Yeah.
hypothetical.
So the problem here is that the setup kind of just falls apart, because if your Raze is holding this, then he's playing an angle that's too wide. Realistically, the Raze should be tucked and you should be holding.
Yes, I should be holding.
And
That's
then
100%
yeah,
true.
and then your Raze goes wide here. But yeah, going back though, double holding heaven in this situation makes sense because you're lined up with the shower player.
Yes, I agree.
And then double holding
I do agree on that.
heaven in this situation with your Raze doesn't make sense because you can't cross back. I think that also makes sense.
And that makes perfect sense. And if I was to hold heaven and Raze was to peek off me, it would be beautiful, because the deadlock has already cleared the Raze. And then she goes to the next angle showers. Then she goes to the triple box. She fights me. She's like, her mind registers that bench is clear, but then she gets swung from bench by the Raze. That's like perfect.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what I got to try and set up, is think of the order that they're, it's got to be instinctive, but there should be a bit of an idea of that.
Well,
like what angles are they clearing?
You can filter it a bit easier, I think. You want the player that has contact to force the player out wide. So let's say like I'm holding this angle here. Technically, this is actually still isn't even the best first contact, because the guy that he'll be able to shoot and then tuck back in the cover, and then he could bait this guy to swing, or this guy. So it's better for you to play contact on an angle like this, so that when you shoot, this guy's out in the open. He doesn't have the capability to fall back in time.
Yes. Okay, wait, I have one question, because it ties back to another note I took, which is that we want to try and play to our trading instead of our contacting.
Yeah.
And that way we can trust ourselves to trade more often, and that's our job. Would you prefer me to take that opportunity to trade over the ideal trade? Or if I'm in a situation where it's more ideal that my teammate trades, would you like me to, like, let's say Raze and me in the exact same positions, I'm right side, he's left side. I'm in a suboptimal spot. I should not be peeking off him. However, if we're going with the mindset of prioritizing trades, would I still do it anyways? Or is it worth in that situation trying to get the Raze to hold? And this is very generalized, because it's like, just do I trust the Raze to pick off me kind of thing? And should I waste my brain power trying to even communicate that to my team? Or should I just like, instinctively just tuck, watch the minimap, and then just clear out my mental space for the fight?
Yeah. Generally, you don't want to set up your teammate to peek off of you unless it's a very clear setup. So I wouldn't call for the raise to peek off of me until I have a smoke down and I can actually hold the smoke, or there's a very clear like he's tucked or whatever. Like in this case, like let's say the Teo is dead, because obviously he's a big factor. But let's just say it's like a 1v2 and the dog's heaven and your Razor's fighting. Like fighting with him and going for the trade probably makes the most sense. Oddly enough though, even in this 1v2 situation, I probably wouldn't be fighting with the Raze. I'd probably be going onto an off angle to try to kill the Deadlock because I'm 1 HP. Like I would prioritize my position here to get the kill. So I get your question. I think it makes sense. I just don't think I have a good answer for it, to be honest.
I think in that case, I'll experiment with hard focusing, being the trader instead of the contactor, and then maybe we can see if there's any times where it really ends up biting me in the ass because it was suboptimal.
Yeah. There is. Something that's important, I think, when you're learning this game, especially because before we were over adapting, is like coming up with like your own theories and like testing them. And I think we're getting into that realm now where like you're in the rank where there's a lot of these micro situations that you could play it one way, I could play it one way. And it's kind of hard to justify one or the other because it's like, if we're thinking about statistics, like they're probably very close together. So you kind of just have to go with your intuition on this one for stuff like this. But you also have to, like, I want to encourage, I guess, like self-analyzation and like critical thinking and like trying to figure out how to come to the conclusions yourself for minor details like this or minor situations like this.
Yeah.
It's tough though. It's tough. Like realistically, I think I could play this like 3 different ways. Like my first thought is continue going left, play with the Teo. I think you could play off of the rate or the deadlock. I think you could wait till your smoke comes up and then do XYZ, right? It's just like it all changes in like a matter of a second. But the heuristic you're saying here is always trying to be the trader rather than the contactor. I think generally that is a good thing to follow. But I don't want it to be like a hard stop rule that you always follow because like let's think about it for a second. One of your strengths that you have as a player is the fact that you angle hold really well. So if you transition fully to always peek and never to play contact, well, you're kind of losing one of your biggest strengths then, and then that's going to be a whole nother thing in like a week or two. Like, I feel like I'm peeking all the time and not holding angles anymore.
Yeah, this is exactly what I do, and I swing back and forth a million times.
Right. So it's tough, man. It kind of comes down to like positioning. Like, do you force yourself to go into be a contact position, or do you kind of just like let it happen? I guess. Like, if you naturally find yourself in a position that lets you play contact, then play contact. If you naturally find yourself in a position that doesn't allow you to play contact and you have to be the trader, then play the trader. And if you are in a situation you can choose to do both intentionally, then at that point, maybe it's better for you to play trade because like it's 50-50 at that point. But yeah, it is feel based to be fair. It is feel based.
Let it simmer. We'll let it simmer. I think we let that one simmer.
That one's a very feel based game, man. Damn, we lost that round too? What the fuck? This deadlock's just like clutching hard. A lot of overswinging though from everyone. Yeah, wow, that's 2 deadlock aces. That's tough. Good on him, man. He swears by angle hold V2 on Kovacs. Yeah, he does. He loves that thing. Yeah, side smokes. Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, we fucked it up a little bit. The first one was better. You did it.
Was it? I worry about barrel. That's kind of
yeah.
I don't know why I'm worried about barrel, but these smokes get rid of barrel. I think I've experimented with.
I actually haven't looked. Does this angle not get rid of barrel? Guess not.
No, that's what I was conscious about the second time around. I put them and I was like, oh wait, barrel, forgot about that. And then, because this angle is death, man. If someone plays this angle and you haven't smoked, like that is absolute death. I get 3 every time I play there.
So what, your variation was like this?
A little bit more to the right on the left smoke.
Yeah.
It was about maybe a little bit more to the left and down.
Well, you wouldn't want the gap towards shower.
Yeah, I would.
Let me just look at the VOD.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it's a little bit more.
Okay, so there's like
Basically in the middle of. So
yeah, I need to do it from here because I'm yeah something like this.
it's like that. Yeah, there's a little bit more space, but basically that blocks off the barrel line. And the heaven smoke. I keep the heaven smoke the same, so I block off heaven.
I think that's fine.
Haven't-
Yeah,
haven't-
I don't mind the variation. Seems better to me. I can't really argue against it. Yeah, I think it's fine. But yo, what's up, Fang? Thanks for the raid. Welcome, welcome.
Showers, what am I saying, bro?
Wait, what even just happened though? Aeonade plus raise nade?
I got util to
Yeah.
the oblivion.
Heaven screens.
They had that ready. That's a good combo.
Showers, what am I saying, bro?
Yeah, that's tough. Another vote to shower split on A against that. Yeah, that's fine. I like your variation on the smokes better, to be fair.
Site, then I'll do deep smokes, so we can just take all the space.
Listen, free round.
If we do the KO backside, then I'll do deep smokes, so we can just take all the space.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
I'm walking wide.
Nice, good trade. Yours kind of trolling. Like the two guys on the right should be walking up tucked, and then we have contact. They swing trade, but whatever. I got over swings like an idiot. If you got that kill
It's
and fell
lucky
back,
that the raise.
Yeah.
It's lucky that he swung. Like he should have just gotten the kill and fallen back.
One TP, you can try fight him.
TP, nice. Yeah, pivot, kill this idiot.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, close wall swing again.
Nice.
Fine.
Let's keep it going.
Good luck, speed player.
Yeah, realistically, we should pivot if we're thinking about a macro
want me off?
perspective.
Yeah,
But
just do it. Rip it. Rip it.
I'm down to just commit.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Set up.
Get close, get close.
Dropping smokes.
Easy.
Evil.
One pocket, one U-haul.
This is
No escape.
I don't take the space. That's already one thing.
It's tough though. I wonder if the smokes are just too greedy in this case. Because like we knew that they all rotated here. Maybe we just go for closer smokes.
Yeah, I guess I had a plan in my mind. I didn't rethink the plan.
Yeah. Is it bad though? Like I don't hate it. No. It's just
I didn't play it though. I played it like I didn't smoke.
yeah.
Maybe because the bench, the U-haul player,
Yeah.
peaks, but he gets a kill, so then I don't continue pushing up. But yeah, the plan was to take the space, and I don't. So that's something.
So like the default routing when you go out showers with these smokes is to take back sight. So you can hold the spawn smoke for the flood. When we see 2 on the minimap, when you hold one bench here, so you check minimap, our thought process needs to then deviate from holding flood to now pinching this guy. How you do that? I have no fucking idea. Because like running forward here is kind of scary. Holding U-haul is also kind of scary.
Throw my DK U-haul, so the U-haul player hopefully doesn't peak. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
boxes.
No escape.
It kind of just, yeah, I think it kind of just goes back to the smokes. I feel like there's just too much space we need to occupy right now. And there was just, we just weren't able to, I guess. It would be different
that
if you were
makes sense.
jet and then the tail ults backside and then you dash forward and then now you're already pinching backside. But like,
Yeah, or we had double ini. If we had double ini, then it's a different game
Yeah.
as well.
different, yeah.
Yo.
I definitely don't mind the double smokes though, because like I feel like it also makes sense, but
Spike
it does feel like we're fighting for too much space.
Slow ball.
barrier deployed.
That's tough. He has ult though, he should win this.
Brave.
Okay, not if he.
Reeling
What the
them
fuck?
in.
That worked?
That's some lineup. That's
That was-
crazy.
That was kind of nice.
That's actually a lineup. That's actually a lineup.
His angle was kind of
Well
bad
played,
there, but W lineup. I thought he would like jump peek or something.
You ultimate?
So far attack is on the right track though, I think. I can see that we're like working
good.
towards the things that we talked about. We're doing the site smokes even though we only did that one round, like we're aware of it. We're setting up for trades in the post. You know, it's just like I think we have the macro idea down. it's just all coming down to like execution on like tiny details, which is probably a good sign, I think.
Dropping smoke.
That's exactly what I wanted to get down. That's what when I was saying, yeah, like get the macro down.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, but that's actually what I wanted down. Is like now we've got the macro. I know how the game should be played, and we can really make sure that I'm playing that macro, the micro of that really
Right.
good. And that's what I'm excited about.
And this round was a wash. 2 guys died to Teo rockets. How the fuck did that happen? They caught me in this raise nade with Teo rockets so well.
Good.
What they do?
Dropping
Yeah, they did. I heard the nade.
Look at that, man.
Oh, no assist from Raze.
It might have been the deadlock C's when he got contact on the jiggle, but I guess he would have got an
Yeah.
assist.
Wow.
Oh no!
Down B.
Don't forget the posture check.
Last player standing. Flawless.
Yeah, I think ultimately pretty good half. It kind of just all came down to micro details. So just as a reminder for this smoke, could be using these smokes more. Smokes more. The Q should be, if you don't have showers, heavily consider using these smokes. That's kind of the big takeaway for those. Other than that, the other thing we talked about in post plant is taking elbow control, prioritizing elbow control, if possible, on B executes. And then the other one was contact versus trader thing. One thing you can try is to be the player that trades instead of player that has contacts in the post plant setup. Cool. Questions? Things to add?
Check my notes. Peaking micro once again in the specific context of
Close walls.
team play.
Yeah.
So I think my solo fighting micro, I'm happy with that for now. When it comes to actually like solo fighting, I know I'll like peek from far, I'll break the crosshair, go close, go wide, that stuff. I'm fine with that, but I'm applying that in a team setting, and that doesn't make sense. So I need to alter my fighting micro in a team setting.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's a trap that a lot of people get into, even in the pro play. It's something that will happen in clutches. Not in the same scenario at elbow, but let's just say like here. Say like teammate has contact here. You're in tube wide swinging here. You can kind of just get baited out if this guy knows that there's a setup going. He baits this guy and then kills this guy and then goes. I think we talked about that, but
Yeah. So I think I haven't really started implementing yet.
tough though. It's tough. It's tough.
And then quality fights as well is what we're looking for, especially on low HP.
Low HP.
Low HP, we're looking for quality fights and just trying to increase that kind of across the board.
Yeah, easy peasy. What's up,
Easy
E?
peasy.
Evad's in the chat. He's my controller player back when we used to play together. Yo, E, you got any Clove tips? He's gonna be like, shoot gun.
Shoot gun. Shoot the
gun.
gun.
Now that can't be E. He did not shoot the gun on our team. He was the Astros AFK in spawn playing the minimap game. Yes, don't play Clove. Yeah. It would have been crazy if he said shoot gun. It would have been crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flash into
My
the
brim enjoyer.
Okay,
That's
just
valid.
a side tangent.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm actually more happy to go down the controller. I like the controller path. I know that Clove fits because it's like literally the meme, like shoot head, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm a lot happier to specialize in smokes because realistically, Clove has gotten my smokes knowledge pretty deep, and
yeah. So the question is like,
I
do you
don't
stick to
mind
Clove or do you play the
altering-
metas? Yeah.
that's something eventually. What I'll do is I'll stick to Clove. I think for now, before shiny objecting, we said Clove's the training wheels. There's no reason to alter. I think I'll get to Radiant and then pivot from there. But I'm definitely keen on committing to the controller player and building an identity as a controller player. That's very good at all the meta controllers and that sort of stuff. And that's a direction I think I want to go in eventually.
I have an idea to what to work towards. And you know, once you have like the training wheels down on the mechs and stuff, you can just look at Xander because he only plays meta controllers now in ranked, and I mean that guy's fucking disgusting. So yeah, it's a good goal to work towards. It's tough. I personally find it hard to win doing meta controllers, but I just don't have enough playtime on it, I guess, and understanding. Fast rotate, easy peasy.
No peeking.
Clove,
Deep,
deadlock,
deep hookah
sorry.
is fine. Yeah.
Drop in a smoke.
We got long. Play this left
Are
side
they out?
angle, wait for the flash, swing. We went wide as
Out, out,
fuck!
out, out.
Wait. Okay, walk me through what just happened. So we smoke hookah because hookah
Okay.
contact.
Drop in a
Smoke long. All right. Nade comes through. We know Raze is out. Rain is out.
Yeah.
We go wide to go for a double headshot into a target switch double headshot into a target switch double headshot, and hopefully headshot everyone before they kill me.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's a play for the
So
ghost.
what we are going for is a site flood where we want to do as much damage as possible, and the we know that they could be out towards elbow. So the reason I don't close swing here is because they are out. So if I close swing and I'm forced to do so with the Teo molly, I'm going to close swing and I'm going to have angle disadvantage to all the players that already are on site if I fight that Reyna, and I'll die without getting a multi-kill.
Okay.
If I wait for the Teo mollies on site while I'm getting naded to the right, there's a Reyna eye coming in, and we know there were players hookah. I'm going to die by not doing anything.
Yeah.
So, process of elimination, the only play in my mind was to wide swing, wait out the Reyna eye because I knew it was about to go out, and then hopefully acquire. Literally, like what I was saying earlier, it's ironic, it's humorous, but it's actually what I was going for. I was trying to acquire as many targets as possible. I would have gone straight for the Teo.
Are they out?
I get insta-traded, but the only other option is to fall back CT when I feel that heavy of a push. Like realistically, fall back here is another fork. But I was like, nah, I'm playing Site Flood. I'm going to do as much damage as possible. I'm going to make it easier for my team. I only get one, unfortunately, and that's not good. Like, I need to get two. But that was the decision that I made.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with it. I think it makes sense. It does look a little bit goofy. But I think it makes sense. I mean, realistically, I think you could probably have peeked a bit tighter. Like you wouldn't have to go wide as fuck, but we could have probably peeked a bit tighter, gotten that kill, popped the heal, and kind of played around. But the end result probably would have been roughly the same anyways, to be fair. So
I'm a bit all or nothing. I think if I'm going wide, I think it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I go wide.
That's what Reyna's for.
That's probably, yeah, I know. If I was playing Reyna, that'd be a whole different game.
Yeah, you kill that guy, dismiss, fucking. I mean, you could probably play like ISO Reyna up to Immortal 3 if you wanted to. This is where I plug in the Knights.
Shiny objects.
Yeah, yeah. Let's not even mention it, huh?
Are they out?
Pretend I didn't say that.
Noise B. They're up long.
No peeking.
Let's rotate, easy peasy. Swing left side sight on the Euro. Yeah.
One.
So we shouldn't even
I'm
look
not sure.
hookah here. Oh. Okay, so
I really wanted that. I really
They're up
wanted that.
No peeking.
yeah, but notice how you rotate in and your first prio is holding hookah smoke. I don't even think about the hookah
It's
smoke
not.
here. Like I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'm just gonna swing on this left side sight for this long angle. Try to get that kill and then fall back.
I see. Yeah. That makes sense. Because looking at minimap, I would have gotten the fight.
You might have, yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for, I guess. Like to me, it feels like this hookah fight here is like, do they really even give it to me like that? Like I don't know.
But we do know that they're fighting long
Yeah.
based on the info we've got. So it makes sense to choose the certain answer.
Yeah, exactly. We almost got the kill though, but yeah.
Training.
It'd be different, I guess, if I saw that
Raze is on
like
top box.
a cue that they were coming out, but I don't know.
There was no Q.
They
And
just-
that's the micro there. That's the micro there.
Exactly. Okay, so if they full sent hit B 2 rounds in a row, I might consider insta smoking B somewhere, or you could just play fast rotate one more round.
Drop in a smoke.
Okay, so light smoke. That's a good deadlock wall. That's exactly what I was talking about from Curry. Oh, we made it through though. Easy. Get into the smoke.
Should I rotate?
Easy.
Just raise, no?
Keep checking if you had shorty. Nice clear shower here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. This is good though. You can see how powerful that mid-sight smoke is, even if you don't play it like Canes does. It completely denied the plant there, and then now we're kind of in gun duels, so
One box.
I've one of these.
the outcome is good still. This is probably how I would have played the one-way before looking at the Canes VOD. But then now you can, there's a guy pocket, bro. Oh my god. I'm gonna die.
I have no idea. Is there?
Wait, was he not there?
I would be playing with the.
One
If he was there, I'd be playing
Wait,
with the Deadlock.
what? Wait, how did he? Did he just? Oh, he grabbed the heel. Oh, I'm tripping, bro. Yeah. One thing that we're not doing is when your smoke comes out. This happened in the attack round too. You're not smoking off U-hole like this. One way.
I'm just.
Oh, I
wasn't
missed
really
it.
certain that was. I wasn't really certain if that was a good smoke or not. I've done it like once or twice, but I just don't know if it's. I've never really had the full confirmation that it's a good or bad smoke.
I don't know
You
either.
confirm that it's a good smoke?
I think so. Like you stop this peak. I feel like that's pretty good, right?
I feel like it's not like a full one way. It's like a semi one way. Maybe to the truck player. Is it to the truck player? It's one way, maybe.
Oh, like this, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
because they have to be. Is that a one way?
yeah, for sure. Maybe we just do this smoke though. You know that there's a guy U-hole. You just smoke U-hole like this. At least that's probably
Yeah,
better.
I've never considered smoking it. Even still, I'm kind of like, it's not that much different to the A and D peak that you would expect from them swinging, anyways. Like, so
Yeah,
the A,
But you
the
get
D
rid
peak,
of
whatever it is.
You get them out of cover, which is kind of nice. Like you get them out of this wall.
Yeah.
Like otherwise they just play.
Can
it
we
like
ask
this.
your controller friend? Can we ask your controller friend? Surely he knows if it's a good smoke.
Yeah,
Can
E,
we
are you
ask,
here? He's probably not here no more, guys. He's old. He's probably in bed soon.
in bed.
Uh,
That's funny. Yeah, no, it's the smoke that like sometimes I do it when I'm like dead because I'm just like, okay, it's, like might as well chuck a smoke. But
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's actually good or how to play off it or what the best position it is. It looks like the best position is truck to play off it.
the one way.
Yeah, I'd have to figure
Yeah.
out the nuance to.
I don't know. I mean, my first instinct is like it's good enough, I guess.
This is better than nothing.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, it's probably really good because look. This guy's elevated, right? So you can't see. You're lower.
Oh, it's a bench one way. It's the
yeah,
bench one way.
Yeah, you're lower. Yeah.
I just jerried on. It's actually a bench one way. So if you're on the bench and you're standing on it,
Wait, no. No.
and then if it's out wide, surely.
Well,
Because I couldn't see the bench. I couldn't see the bench player when you were using it. On the
yeah,
other side.
you're right. But I guess what I'm trying to highlight is the fact that I got kicked out of the game. The fact that the player in U-hole is elevated, and that anyone that's not elevated sees the feet first because your camera is on your head or something, or your chest. Like you actually might not want to be on. You probably don't want to be on bench because you want to see their feet earlier by being on the floor. I think.
My thought process is just that when you're U-haul, you can't see the bench,
Yeah.
but you can see U-haul.
But I wonder if
That's
your
right, but you
bench
can see
maybe.
showers.
Yeah, maybe you could. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure both are like viable, I guess. But you would definitely see the player earlier if you're on the floor, I think. Yeah. Let me load back into the game. How long do you have to be in a custom to get kicked out?
Exactly 90 minutes.
There you go.
There we go. I think it happens every time, doesn't it?
I believe so, yeah. I didn't know that ran across back though. But yeah. You know they're both U-hole? I think almost certainly you smoke it.
Oh, I did have the B read on the third round.
Like
So we first two rounds they went B, they went A, they got
Yep.
smashed. Then
back to B. Light swing with the flash. Ease. Oh, anti-flash. Good by him. That was fine though. Smoke be long. Yeah. Yeah. Easy round. Oh, Ario is insane.
well played, nice.
I love
Yeah,
this
definitely
guy.
good. He's playing well.
He's calming. He's flashing. He's got an Ares killing people somehow. That's my goat. Wait, sorry. I should have looked at the defense notes. What was... Oh, yeah. Moving, fast rotate, regressing
Agility.
mid-round, default, deep smoke. Okay. Yeah. Such a lot. So you could deep smoke here. You don't have to, but could be a consideration.
Chaz?
Little smoke. Get close.
Sorry, there.
Okay, so after the smoke
yeah, they're
fades,
pretty
we
committed.
regress potentially,
Yeah, they're not out yet, but
given our defense note. That guy is fucking... He's great, honestly. I love that from him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
pretty
crazy.
committed.
they're not. Yeah,
I'm not ready for it. I should be ready for it.
I mean, fuck me. That's one of those
It's really
plays. Yeah, that's just one of those
Added
plays.
out showers, got Vandal.
You're in the right spot, though. You're in the right spot. It is what it is.
I just
right?
wasn't anticipating that, and that's once again a micro detail.
Yeah.
They can do that, and they will do that. I need to be ready for that.
Fell asleep at the wheel, kinda.
Yeah.
Congrats on them though.
They're not long enough, Flash.
Hydrate.
Go to your ult if you want to play off. Next up.
So another B lane here. I'm still pretty
Yeah.
fast
I
rotate,
quite like
but
this. Yeah.
it was another A here, and I'm like, nah. It has to be.
Your teammate's dead long, by the way. You're about to die.
Ahead. Stand your ground.
Oh my god, you're dead from long, right?
Why is that
Holy shit. How are they not swinging long? Yeah, we didn't recognize your Euro TP'd, I think. Because you're so locked in.
No.
Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, that's
I had no idea.
that's fucking hilarious that you get this kill
Why
though.
so close?
Smoke, 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 smoke. Oh my god.
Have one of these.
One TP.
One TP.
I mean, bro. You're playing with fire. You didn't die. Your peeking technique looks good. I mean, simply put, you get this kill here that we probably should have even got in the first place. You play under hookah because under hookah is unkillable. Like, who's gonna kill you here? No one. You just drop both your smokes. No, you're vibing.
Hookah drop smokes. Simple as that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm overcomplicating it.
Under hookah also is like a huge position to play. Like people never clear it. Like in this case, they would have cleared it, but just know in the future, under hookah is great. You could also, one thing that people will do, they self-smoke hookah like this. Take a look. And the smoke kind of covers them. Oh, this exact kind of not what I wanted to do, but just pretend the smoke kind of blocks them on the box, so you don't see them when they come out long.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't see the box. And then some people will like clear it and like, oh yeah, not clear, and then they'll route sight, and then this guy in the box will kind of just fry everyone. So you can kind of play close hookah on the box, but not gets cleared from long like this.
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
A nice spot here.
Dropping
And
a
it was
smoke.
one of them.
Grenade is mine.
But yeah, we do regress, which is good. No, yeah, well we kind of did.
You guys are
They planted
good.
A. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
End of TP French if they showers. We can
Okay,
TP through.
deep smoke be
I'm
long, I
gonna deep
guess.
smoke long.
Yeah, I'm down.
Just on grab bulb anyways.
Double torb, sure.
Blocking movement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
shower.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, do it. Easy. Look left. Always look left on the TP because the right side is blocked off with the wall. That's a change that the old bind didn't have. You take the TP on the old bind, you're over here. So you have to look here and then here. But here on this bind TP, there's always a wall here. You never have to peek into this wall. It just doesn't exist. Every time you take the TP, peek looking this way. And then now you're looking right. It's a small detail, but
Yeah.
it adds up.
Makes complete sense.
Easy play though.
One
Execution.
TP.
Love
They're
that.
not TP.
A.
We have bomb short. Have you seen?
One enemy.
I didn't know
One
this
TP.
guy was
They're not
here.
TP. We have bomb short. Have you seen?
I didn't know the bomb was down. Did we catch that? Because I didn't catch that.
Nice.
It didn't show up on
Curiosity.
mini map.
One
No,
TP.
it didn't show up at all.
We have bomb short.
That's
Have you seen?
fucked. Yeah. It's like if we got that info, we would have just smoked one way.
TP,
That's
TP,
fucked.
TP.
Report riot. We missed out on info. Good one this though, yeah. What showers, huh? Back to B. Play for hookah info off rip. I'm down.
Very sure.
Nothing B.
Yeah, easy. Like,
I'm down.
100 low.
I got flank. Slow down.
see that you're opting for that
Out,
bottom
out.
smoke instead of the
Wait,
one
wait,
way
wait,
now.
No peeking.
That just right out.
Yeah, probably a bit experimental.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Spike
find
planted.
that it's not. I don't really see it as good or better or worse than the one way, just because they kind of serve different purposes, different jobs.
Right.
You just gotta be mindful of the box, of course, but that's all you have to really be mindful of. The one way has its flaws. Like you can get
On
out
the
of the
side.
one way once
Yeah.
you're in the pocket, and the one way is not really a problem. Whereas the other smoke, you have to fully push out of the smoke or jump on the box before you can actually clear heaven and stuff like that. So it's just something I've kind of done a little differently.
Yeah. It's not that much of a difference to be.
One enemy.
Okay, so I will say when you're flanking, this mid-side smoke actually probably fucks you over a little bit. Because let's just kind of put them in their shoes, or like you're in their shoes for a second. You finish planting, what are you gonna do? You're gonna take the smoke and then you're gonna push out here, or you're gonna kind of come back. So you're almost forcing them
Yep.
back into clearing you, which is kind of not
Yes.
ideal.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. It's like when I one-wayed it as well, and there was a short player. It's like the short player is not going to push the one way; he's just going to hold flank.
Yeah, yeah.
Spike planted.
So here, maybe we should just be more like we should have a crosshair on this side, I guess, just because we did that smoke.
One
That is kind of what happened. This guy planted and then came back this way because he's scared of the smoke.
enemy remaining.
Yeah. I don't have any info on the rain now.
One enemy remaining.
Missing.
Nice.
Nice, Clove. Holy
It's a good assumption though
Team
that he's bench because he did actually push the smoke. They did both. One guy pushed the smoke, the other guy went back.
match point.
I don't know if you would use your smoke there on the flank though. Maybe you would smoke shower off
Yeah.
just to make them think.
That's
that you're
something to
coming from
consider.
heaven.
Something to consider.
Fast rotate, easy peasy.
No peeking.
Smoke, sure.
Drop in smoke.
Smoke long, sure. Get this info, no one hookah. They probably cancel here. Spam B long. I love spamming this B long angle. Where am I? This one here. It gets like, it's just so good because you get the lineup here, the lineup here. Where am I? Okay, you spam this. You line up on the guy that comes out of this wall. You might spam the guy that's coming out of this peak. So this first guy here, second guy here, and third guy here on this side. So
Yeah. I don't spam too much.
pretty good spam.
I definitely don't spam too much.
Gotta get used to it when you play fast rotate, because oftentimes you'll smoke and then there's nothing there, and then you just spam bullets into the choke to try to get some damage. Pretty good. You just go for taps. You'll see Oxy do taps.
Yeah.
Because if
The
they
taps probably. Yeah.
yeah, tapping is good just because if you think they might swing you, like actually I saw the example here. Is he was tapping because they could swing out, and then if they swing out, you could just quickly shoot. Whereas if you're bursting, you might get caught in your burst. You can't get back.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a deadly util dump.
I mean, if I spammed, they were all long.
Yeah, I might get some kills here. Off angle right side. Yeah, this off angle's fine. That's a tough off angle, but it's a good off angle. We just unfortunately don't get the kill. Maybe you convert with ADS, but I think you had the right idea there. Yeah, if you had the long smoke, you would just swing there, but I think you had the right idea. You fast rotated. The only thing there maybe is just the spam on the rotate. That's all.
No peeking.
Maybe actually. Is there a world where we rotate in and go under hookah? I mean, it's kind of risky because you don't smoke, so maybe not. Maybe if you had the
Would you
hookah smoke.
encourage that? Would you encourage that? My pathing is like flood. Like, yeah. What's the ideal flood pathing?
So I almost always
In
go
this
here.
case, yeah, they're not
peek,
hookah.
and then like all the time, I peek this, see nothing long, and then I try to either get into this cubby because I feel like it goes uncleared, or I try to greed a bit more and go on this angle here, or maybe here. But it is pretty aggro.
And
I
then
guess.
you get to this point and you no longer hear any noise. You regress.
Yeah, just push this, fucking walk down. Or if you're
And
like
then
under
you get to this
hookah,
point and you do hear noise here.
I would just sit. And I would go for my first kill and then try to swing out and kill the second guy.
I'm gonna try and implement that. That'll be like a little on defense, a little micro-y change. Instead of going for the flood and then just pausing and stopping CT,
Yeah,
I'll
Try to
have
go
that be
wider.
my routing plan. Yeah, I'll try to go wider. I'm listening for sound. Try and get under hookah. If I hear nothing, I'll reaggress. If I hear something, then I kill everyone, hopefully, and then
there should be an easy one for A as well. So you're rotating A, do the one way, you do the mid-sight smoke, whatever. Let's just say that's what you do. And then you try to get into the mid-sight smoke like Kane's was doing. That could be one. And then you try to peek off of this timing if you're quick enough. The other one would be, if you're not quick enough, you just do these smokes instead. Then you can go and try to reclaim U-Haul, depending on if your U-Haul teammate's there. And
I like the mid-size smoke one. I could do that pretty consistently, I think. Ideally,
if you're quick
backup
enough.
option is you hold backup. But that's cool. I like that. To have a bit of a plan on my fast rotate flood pathing. That's something I've never had before. I've always done something different every time.
It's
So
like
to
entry
get some
routing.
consistency in that. Yeah, exactly. It basically is.
I mean, that's what I do with Rays
That's-
too. Because like when I'm playing Rays, I have a different nade for if they're coming out long and a different nade when they come out hookah. And then like I play accordingly. So like if they're coming out long, it's the nade up here, which it's not gonna work for you. It's Clove. And then like I know the nade's coming out long, so I swing left side. Like the pellets are raining down on their head. But if they're coming out hookah and I can see that, then I'll do the hookah nade, which is a non-jump throw, just like this. And then I'm coming out and I'm swinging for the hookah fight here, and the top side again, I'm routing this way. So Yeah, predetermined stuff like that I think is good.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Still timing based though.
That's gonna help a lot. That's gonna help a lot.
Hard to have stuff like that set in stone though, but yeah, it's good to be adaptable, but it's also good to
Yeah,
have a starting point.
it's like a vague intention. It's just an intention.
Yeah. Hit again.
No peeking.
I think I try TPA. Yeah, nothing short.
Yeah, so there maybe we spam a bit.
I actually reckon it's an A hit.
Not
I
for
read
this,
here is
though.
that there was a lot long. There was a
Yeah.
lot long, but there was also a little bit of noise or presence showers. I think. It's
Yeah.
called. I don't know.
I think I'm fine with that. I mean, like rotating back, you do want to kind of guess where they
One
are.
enemy
So
remaining.
Oi, oi.
Spike
yeah,
Kills
that
that
pops
easy.
off. Yeah, I'm down for that though. I think it's a fine read. Yo, peace out, cats. Yo, Rixie, I don't even know how to say your name. Thanks for the raid. We're about to end the stream too, though. But let's see, defense. Maybe that last note that we just kind of covered, having predetermined plans on floods.
Yes. So we can think of it as implementations. So I'll keep the same base playstyle. I'll keep the fast rotate playstyle, but what I'll implement this week is a set plan for my pathing when I do not set plan, it's set intention. So goal number 1 would be get some bullets off into the long smoke sort of thing. Try and listen for audio cues, read the game, and then immediately listen for steps and sounds and cues and see if I'm re-aggressing or if I'm just holding from under hookah. Like just having that rough plan. I'll try and pull that off as much as possible, and we'll see how effective that is, and we'll see what that looks like when I do try and go for that sort of routing.
Have
And
we talked about that same idea on the Haven flood for C?
no.
Okay. I feel like I've talked about it so much, but like I've talked to a lot of different Clove players, so it's like all jumbled in my head.
Yeah.
So you're B, they go C, you rotate C. Let's just say for the sake of this conversation, you path here. Smokes are up. We also do smokes. So in what scenario do we go left? In what scenario do we go right?
We would go.
Let me clarify actually. What scenario do we go left towards logs? Take this first angle on the left side of the box. In what scenario do we go flat to occupy this space? To either go for the jump up for the deep angle or just to hold the smoke from backside.
I would say logs when we already have a player plat.
Okay. I think that makes sense. Keep going.
And then if the space isn't already occupied, we occupy it backside.
Okay.
Plat.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
kind of my general rule of thumb.
Okay, I think that makes sense. I think there's another reason why we might go logs.
Center util. If we have center util still up, potential.
Close.
If we have
let's say your teammate is
flood
here or here. Why would we, they're not plat, so would we fill plat here?
Well, we'd want to get onto, if they're not up long with playstyle smokes like that, we'd want to get up onto the logs angle, or just play the logs angle, how we do, to trade off of the teammate.
Correct. So you just want to fight with your team. So if your teammates are fighting on C, you rotate logs. If they're not fighting and they're not plat, you go plat. Sometimes I even double up plat, but yeah. Maybe a different way to think about it is your teammate playing for front sight or back sight? Then you kind of rotate accordingly.
Another way of thinking about it is if there's a jet there, is the jet a hanging piece and we just have to pick it up. And we can't pick it up from plat, so we've got to go logs.
Correct. Easy peasy.
Okay, I like that. That's easy.
Yeah.
And what about when they've already got sight?
It depends on if they've breached the back sight or not. So if they've gotten front sight and then you have and you're rotating in, but they could be peeking on this left side angle, but they haven't crossed back sight yet, they could be here, then you actually might switch your smoke to flood out logs. I was doing some theory crafting with another Clove player. If you one way onto the left side of this box, right here, it's quite nice as a log smoke because it covers off this logs angle here as well. So that's just something to experiment with.
What would you use that in? What situation would you use that?
Yeah, so they take C site, but they haven't made it to back site yet. And they could potentially be on this line here. So that, let's say you did the standard mid site smoke, but you're kind of held from this line here. It's kind of hard
This
to
is
get out.
very common when I push out C.
Yeah. So in this case, it actually might make more sense to smoke off log so you can actually make it out of the spawn smoke. Play for the hold. But this variation of the smoke is less good. For one, if your plat player is already still alive, because you want him to be able to reposition. But also, if they've already made it past. Because then at that point, it's kind of like maybe you don't even go out at all.
Is there a world where you do the left and right smoke and not a long smoke?
Yeah. So this kind of used to be common for ciphers, the hold back site. They just did double cage and just stayed alive. I was never a huge fan of it, to be honest, but yeah, there's like the reason why you do this is you just hold back site and you stay alive here. Similar to how on Abyss people have to cross the bridge. So typically you don't smoke the bridge, but you smoke right side and then you just hold back side space. I think it's very similar to Haven in that case, where you just do double site smokes. It's good. It stalls the hit completely. It makes them very scared, but you do kind of automatically give them all of this space. So
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
maybe that's like double smokes that you do like that when you kind of know for certain you aren't able to hold that first rectangle. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's not used as much as you would think, but maybe it could be used more for that reason.
Okay, cool. If I'm pushing on to, if I'm playing B,
Yeah.
and they've already got backside C before I flood, am I flooding too slow?
Yeah, 100%. The only
If
exception
I'm
is if you're playing
walking
against
down-
Neon.
Yep. If I'm walking down window, I feel like I forfeit. I always walk down. Like most rounds, I walk down until it really
You'll be
gets
too
punished.
late. Sometimes you'll be too late.
Pretty much every time I'm too late. I never really get a proper flood in when I play the walk down. So, this is actually this is a question because this kind of determines how I approach the map as a whole. When I like walking down. Like I like walking
It
down.
depends on how far you walk
side.
down. Like if you walk down to this angle, see nothing grass for 2 seconds, and then walk back up, you'll probably still make the C flood. But if you walk all the way down to this box or to this window, you're gonna be too late. In which case you commit to the C flank.
Oh, true. Yeah, I never stop and just hold the grass thing. I always walk down all the way.
Yeah, I almost always just hold this first angle and then peace out if there's nothing. The only time
Oh,
I
I'm just
full
gonna do
walk
that.
down is like if I'm jet, because I love this angle here. I stuff myself into the box,
Yeah.
and then I just like off angle here or here, and I get that first kill. But I don't play that angle unless I feel like I can get out. So I don't really do
I
that.
actually like that a lot. I like the idea of stopping. I've for some reason it's like if I'm walking down, I'm walking
Yeah,
down all
you're
the way. We're
committed, bro.
flanking.
Yeah.
It's committed. Yeah, all or nothing, same as always. That's funny. Yeah, and then I can still make the fast rotate easy.
Yeah.
Flood.
Easy. Easy.
Okay, cool. I'll try. Think we're pretty much out of time now, anyways. So
Yeah.
I won't pick your brain too much, but that's good. That's good. I've got a few implementations that I'll bring in. Real quick, just to guide the next coaching session.
Yeah. What
Do you
map?
want to look at the valid plan and see what map would you ideally want to see? Maybe a top 2, just because sometimes I don't get the map.
In terms of what impact you can have as a Clove, I would probably say split Lotus. Like impact on Clove Abyss, I've found to be very difficult. So I'd probably say split Lotus.
How do I win more on Abyss? If that's the case.
Bro, have you seen my win rate? I don't know.
You just don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's just mix. I need to get my mix up.
I think maybe you work mid more, and then if you do A splits into A heaven, and then actually hold. I think heaven control is a key. Like it's huge on the A take. Like if you can actually take heaven space. So like sometimes you'll take heaven by just updraft dashing from main. Sometimes you'll take heaven by doing A split like this. But I feel like if you have heaven control and you take A, it's fucking free. Sometimes you take heaven by just doing the smoke that comes out and then go up the rope and then kill that guy, and then you take heaven space and then you're free. Yeah, I don't know. I struggle on that map. So that's where we have to look at more VODs probably. How do I look at the act I played? Abyss. Wait. Oh yeah, 7, 8. The act before that was not good either. Yeah. 9-14. So still learning the map. I was also experimenting with a bunch of agents, but I was experimenting with a bunch of agents because that was not a good map for me. So short answer is I also don't know. I also don't know. But
That's all good.
Split or Lotus is probably what I would say if you're gonna do a Clove game. We haven't done Split actually ever, it looks like. So
I do want to go with Split. That's well and truly overdue.
yeah, yeah.
With Split, can you throw a defense position at me? Like, how's 2 seconds? Like, just so I can at least have a guide. Like, I don't want to bring you a VOD that you have to be
yeah.
like
So these are your fast
fully
rotates.
directing.
You
Yep.
bias A side here, you bias B side here. Obviously, spawn rotate. I actually don't really like to do the spawn rotate. I just bias. So these are your fast rotates. If you're playing a bit more committed, you'd play Rafter for A, and then if you're playing a bit more committed mid, you play Ropes. You do rope smoke. Make sure you're flush with the box on this left side, because the worst thing you can do is have the gap here and then push through the smoke, and then this guy back here kills you. So just make sure it's flush with the box. Ropes is really good. If you're ropes and they make it through your mid smoke and you can't stop them by going through, smoke mail. Or sorry, don't smoke top mail. Don't smoke mail like this. Smoke B heaven like this.
Yeah, I do love that smoke.
Yeah. So if you're ropes and they make it past mid, this is your smoke. Chances are they probably stall. If you're B heaven here, you probably don't have to do this smoke. You might be able to go for a greedier one because you actually can hold the deeper one. It's dependent. Sometimes this one's just better, even if you are stairs. I think that's fine too. You will rarely ever be the B player. I fucking hate playing B. And then you will rarely ever be in the A anchor. So you'll probably be playing like somewhere like these positions. Say.
Okay.
Yeah, something like
Cool.
that.
That's good idea. And then happy days.
Yeah, you can
I'll
smoke
play that
them in
out
from
and
here, by the
then-
way, from ropes. Before you cross, you can
Yeah, I
smoke.
saw that in the Xander VOD. That's why I was like, because I always play B Heaven. I was like, maybe I should try get some ropes going.
Ropes
But
is great.
what I'll do is I'll experiment with these positions and then I'll bring you a VOD where I play them to the best of my ability, and then we can sort of look at how they're actually supposed to be played,
Sure.
where to flood, where to path, and stuff like that.
The other thing to add to that too is I've looked at a Clove split VOD, so that also could be a good starting point as well.
Was that the Xander one?
I could check.
I believe it was Xander. I think I watched that one. And I got some ideas from it, but I still I was just a bit scattered with it. I was a bit scattered.
It's not as clear as like the Haven one I did. Was it the Xander one? Clove split. Som. So I guess I didn't do Xander. Unless it was 2 Clove splits. Am I blind? No, I think it's just the one.
I definitely watched a Xander.
It might have been
split.
No, I have no fucking idea.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. Maybe I just forgot to upload it, but yeah, Som. I think I don't remember too much from the Som VOD aside from this attack half, where he would just bait. Like his teammates would scale B heaven and he would just stare at the rip smoke.
I remember that.
Yeah. Alrighty. Cool. Cool. Maybe it's good to write actionables here. So actionables would be bringing split VOD next and trying to implement game plan to have a good VOD to review. Yeah. Alrighty.
Easy. All right, cool. Thank you very much. I got a lot to implement.
Yes, sir.
I'm actually keen.
Yeah.
So I'll come up with a bit of a plan for all of that. I'm probably, what I like to do is just go over everything that we spoke about and write it all down properly, get a plan going. So hopefully I don't miss anything. But yeah, there's heaps. And since it's all micro, it's important that I do go and find.
You're getting to the stage
all those
where
small things.
the small things add up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what the climb is from a Model 1 to a Model 3. And then
this week I want to put a
6.
Yeah. So since it is micro, more micro now, I put a massive emphasis for a while on game sense. That was the 80% for a while. I don't necessarily think heavy game sense is still what's going to yield the 80% results, because now we're getting to that micro point where each individual detail matters. I wanted to try and not over adapt as always, but try and shift a little bit more to mechanics once again, because I'm not happy with my aim at the moment. I feel like there's a lot of fights where there's just not the best aim. So I was thinking of finding some kind of balance of bringing back more mechanic time. I think
Play more death matches,
I'll probably,
man. Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, I've gotten the habit down. I'm doing like 10 death matches a day at the moment, so I'll just try and keep that up and then maybe get a bit of aim training in, do some mechanical VOD reviews, and then try and just not overdo it to the point where I neglect my my game sense. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for this week. Is hopefully I can come in feeling sharper, feeling better, and then it'll supplement the game sense.
No, I agree. To add on to that deathmatch note, I think there was like a rumor. I don't know if it was ever confirmed, but like Les used to play like 10 or 20 death matches a day until he was like that guy, you know? Like that was just like a thing.
Premier still plays 30. Premier still not 30 a day. It's between 12 and 30. But
That's insane.
I look at his tracker: 25, 30,
That's
17,
insane.
18. So I'm on a streak. I broke it to edit the video, but I was on a streak for a while of like 10 death matches. I did like 3 days of 10 matches. So I'm going to try and keep that up this week and just see if I can like stay disciplined on that, make it a habit.
Yeah. To be fair, it's probably not efficient, but he's doing the brute force method. So, you know.
I love the brute force method.
The brute force methods, you know, sometimes you just keep it simple, keep it stupid, and go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Alrighty, man. Well, tune back
Easy
in next
done.
week.
Thank you for today.
Yes, sir.
I look forward to it. Peace. See you later,
Peace.
chat.
Later. Good luck on the climb.
Thank you.
Alrighty, chat. Long stream today. Long stream, but it's all good. 25-day is crazy. Yeah, what's up, Dope? I remember watching you during your prime in Fortnite. Good days, bro. Oh my god, the Fortnite days. Yeah, good times, honestly. Times. Well, it wasn't, but for a moment there, it was a good time. Doing good. Doing good. I gotta sign off though. Long stream. If you guys are interested in the dojo, hint, join the waitlist before the night ends. Hint. Yeah. If you're interested in joining the dojo. Otherwise, I am going to make the announcement for the weekly coaching series soon. Yeah. Other than that, I am off. Chat. It's been too long of a stream. You guys take care. Good night. Time to join. Yes, sir. Peace. Good night. You guys take care. And